So good day. So let's talk about korfball. So korfball is a variant of sport which is played by hand within a rectangular field of play whereby a team of players, female and two male players, tries to shoot a ball into a basket which is called korf. So korfball can be played indoors or outdoors. So if dili ninyo ma-picture out, mura siya og basketball pero na specific rules nga nalahi. So the main characteristics of these sports are all-around skills, cooperative play, controlled physical contact, and gender equality. So sa korfball, a player of the team in possession of the ball is considered to be an attacker. As I've said kanina, there are two female players and two male players. Muna sila ay considered as an attacker. So whenever the word he is used, it should be understood that this could be she. So to promote gender equality. So whenever the words competition rules are used, it should also be understood that this could be match or competition regulations. So mon siya ang playing area. So ang playing area sa atong korfball shall be deemed to be the field of play together with its border area and the benches. So the field of play, so the dimensions are 30 by 15 meters. If played indoors, the free height is preferably 9 meters but must not be less than 7 meters. Competition rules may vary these dimensions with a minimum of 24 by 12 meters. So ang iyang border area, so the border area is at least 1 meter wide and surrounds the field of play. So it must be kept free from obstacles, so dapat siya hawan para idiwas disgrasya. So next is some bench. So substitute players shall sit on a bench situated level with the post that the team is defending and 2 meters from the sideline. So muna siya. So as na-mention ako ganiya, katong competition rules may vary. So ang pasabot ana nga magdepende siya if match rule lang ang dimension sa playing area or competition rule. So pwede siya 30 by 15 meters, pwede po siya lahi. So ang minimum ana niya kay 24 by 12 meters.
Hi, I'm Maria Johan, the second reporter in our group. Now let's get to know the markings for the court in korfball. Marking. The field of play is marked out by clearly visible lines, 3 to 5 centimeters wide as shown in the diagram. In other words, the visible line refers to the marked lines stuck to the floor, usually by tapes, must be 3 to 5 centimeters wide. In the diagram shown, these lines represent the marks of the court in a korfball setting. It is also indicated that the dimensions of the field of play is ideally 30 by 15 meters. Now, free shot spots are marked in front of the post as seen from the center of the field. In the actual korfball court, we get to also see markings that could either be circle or rectangle under the post of a korfball. That area is called as a free shot spot or also known as free pass circle. It is important to note that a free shot spot could either be a circle with a diameter of 8 to 10 centimeters or a rectangle about 15 by 5 centimeters iyahang dimensions. The edge of the spot furthest from the post must also be 2.50 centimeters from the front of the post. Now, what is exactly the post? Posts are what hold the korf, which serves as a ring for the korfball. And tupod sila kabuok sa court like sa basketball, and it has an external diameter nga 4.5 to 8 centimeters that are fixed perpendicularly in or on the ground at each end at a point situated midway between the two sidelines and with the center of the post 5 meters from the end line. For the continuation of our report, the next reporter will follow. Thank you so much for listening.
A pleasant day, everyone. I am Trisha Meti Ariola, your next reporter. We all know that curveball is a Dutch game that is rooted in both netball and basketball. So speaking of curve, when translated in Dutch, it means basket. Kung sa basketball gitawag siya basketball hoop or basketball ring, sa curveball, ang ring is called curve. A curve must be fitted on each post as it is a part of the post where you can shoot the ball, facing not behind nor the side but towards the center of the field of play. The top edge must be 3.50 meters above the ground, with the rim having a width of 2 to 3 centimeters. A curve is in a cylindrical shape but hollow or open ang iyahang bottom, having a height ranging from 23.5 to 25 centimeters. Its inner diameter varies depending on its side. On the upper side, it has an inner diameter ranging from 39 to 49 centimeters, while on the bottom side, it ranges from 40 to 42 centimeters. The curve in both teams must be similar and in a strong yellow color. The International Curveball Federation can approve a synthetic curve as mentioned in the IKF curve regulations. And to get this approval, the curve should meet the following requirements and undergo tests in terms of geometrical. The angle of the top rim of the curve with the pole should be 90 degrees. Mechanical, which talks about the stiffness, impact resistance, and strength. Followed by optical and surface, which tells that the color of the curve must be in a traffic yellow, and its surface should not contain sharp or piercing parts that can damage the curveball. And lastly, the conditions and durability. And when fixing the curve to the post, it must meet these conditions. First, there must be no movement of the curve with respect to the post. And second, the post must not extend beyond the curve. That would be all for this topic.
So, hi, ako din si Sir Kipil and I'm from Group 1 about korfball and I'm here to report about the ball of a korfball. So, korfball is played with a round number 5 ball but side that has been approved by the IKF, which is the International Korfball Federation. The ball should be at least 2-colored and the circumference of the ball should be 68 to 70.5 centimeters. The weight of the ball is estimated to be 445 grams to 475 grams inclusive. The ball must be inflated to the prescribed pressure indicated on it, and a bounce height of 1.10 to 1.30 meters when dropped from a height of 1.80 meters. So, maoro to siya sa bula sa korfball sa gamay rito siya. So, peace.
Hello, I'm Shalawel Kabadonga and I'm going to report briefly the equipments of the players and officials in korfball sport. The players of each side must be dressed in a uniform sports outfit that is sufficiently different from that of the other side. Sports uniform helps in distinguishing competing teams and players. The referee. The outfit of the referee is also important to consider. The referee and his assistant, if appointed, must wear outfits that are sufficiently different from the competing teams. No one is allowed to wear any object that could cause an injury during the game. That may include rimless glasses, bracelets, necklaces, earrings, wristwatches, and rings. They must be either removed or taped in such a way that they are no longer dangerous. Competition rules may require the teams to have numbered costumes. It is to identify and distinguish each player and sometimes others, such as coaches and officials, from others wearing the same or similar uniforms.
Shot clock apparatus. Shot clock should be placed at a height of 0.90 to 1.80 meter in a clearly visible spot outside the playing area and near to the middle of the both end lines. The clock should be controlled from the square table. Here's the procedure. Procedure A is the shot clock starts counting down from 25 seconds when an attacker first seizes the ball in its attack zone, or an attacker seizes the ball after the ball is brought into play by the taker upon throw-off. or an attacker seizes the ball after a missed penalty. Lastly, the referee whistles for the recommencement of the game after he had stopped it due to a defender injury or fail. Letter B. The shot clock is reset on 25 seconds and starts counting down when the ball touches the curve after a shot by an attacker. Letter C. The shot clock is stopped and reset on 25 seconds when a defender takes the position of the ball or a score is given by the referee or a period of match has ended. The referee whistles for a restart, a free pass, or a penalty. The referee whistles for an injury of a defender. Letter D. After one of the above situations occur, the shot clock starts from 5 seconds according to letter A. Letter D. The shot clock is stopped when the referee whistles for an out ball to stop the game due to an injury or fall of an attacker player, for situations of unreasonable advantage, for any interruption of the game for circumstances other than those mentioned above. Whenever an attacker plays the ball directly or indirectly via defender backwards to a teammate in the defense zone, the shot clock is not stopped and it's not reset for 25 seconds. Again, when an attacker comes in position of the ball directly after such an occurrence, it may not be clear that the ball has touched the curve. The referee should indicate that he has seen the ball touch the curve by using the official signal. The referee has the responsibility to check if the clock is being stopped and started correctly in accordance with the rules. The referee will also allow a goal if, when the buzzer sounds, the ball had left the hands of a shooting attacker or a son was on its way to the curve and this shot passes through the curve. And that's it. Thank you.